Hi, everyone. Welcome to Abbey Research Reads. I am Dr. Kristen, and I'm here today to talk really briefly about the book Alpha Girls by Julian Guthrie. It's the story of four particular women, Magdalena Yacile, Mary Jane Elmore, Teresa Gao, and Sonia Hole, whose names I may be mispronouncing. I tried to find the enunciations on the YouTubes, and if I mispronounced them, I am very sorry. But these four women were incredibly instrumental in the process of starting what we now understand as Silicon Valley. Venture capitalists, programmers, business strategists, developers, etc. And this book chronicles the journey of these four particular women and how they fought discrimination and generic sexism and all of those things in order to build some of the companies you use every day: Microsoft, Salesforce, Uber, McAfee, Hotmail, Trulia, Facebook. I don't think there's a day that goes by that we don't interact with Facebook in some way, shape, or form, even just having to hear about it. And if you've bought anything online in the last bunch of years, one of these four women has probably created something to help you do that. So what's really interesting about this book is that it's first and foremost a biography. So if you are somebody who loves reading biographies, this is going to be right up your alley. It's chronological, and it takes, from 1984 to 1987, you hear about all four women. From 1988 to 1992, you hear about all four women. It's not organized thematically. It's not really even organized at all besides chronologically. And so it's a little bit of a more challenging read if you're not into biographies. I personally am somebody who likes stuff a little bit more nuanced and analyzed and like, okay, this happened in her life. What does this mean? This is much more, this is what happened in her life. Very important, very informative. I'm glad I read it. But I want you as our listeners to understand kind of what book it is going into it. I think it's incredibly imperative, said two words that mean the same thing. I think it is imperative that we as business owners, as leaders, as humans, as educators, as parents, as aunts, uncles, again, as humans, that we understand the struggles and ins and outs of other people's lives. This not only builds empathy, but it can help us in our own journeys. I think we learn a lot about a lot of really important people in formal education and a lot of really important people kind of in informal education. And women like these four women are important to add to that list. I personally would rather probably meet them in a CBS Sunday Morning interview where I get to know them a little bit better than potentially a book like this. However, if you are a biography person, pick this one up, guys. It is well written. It's really well researched. It's all first source material. You get a really good sense of what California was like in the early 90s and kind of how Silicon Valley became what it is and how little has changed in some ways. There's some really good stuff in here. But if you're looking for a little bit more analysis and social commentary, this might not be the book for you. Good news for you, we have lots of that here on our website and our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to find a lot more nuance around that. So again, Alpha Girls by Julia Guthrie gets a tentative thumbs up from me, depending on the kinds of books that you enjoy, and a huge thumbs up for me in terms of import and gratefulness that I am that it exists. That's it for this edition of Abbey Research Reads. Dr. Aaron and I will see you next time. Bye.